Hey everyone, it is a brand new week, it's a Monday, but that means that over the weekend there were some WGP results. So let's take a look at that, let's see what decks topped and won. And we can just keep in mind though that the Luard and the main nerf still hasn't come into effect. That comes into effect on the 23rd of September, so the last weekend and the following weekend we're still going to be seeing some full-powered Luard and the main builds. So for us in the West, where we get our cards later, I don't think we're ever going to be able to play a fully powered Luard in the main deck. Pretty sure that's going to get hit pretty quickly. So those results might not matter to us as much, but what would be interesting is seeing what else is hanging with full powered Luard, right? Because that probably means that either that deck got lucky, or he got to top because of clan priority, which I discussed last week, but again, he still has to have gone X1, so usually it's like 3-1, I think. So what decks are hanging around with full-powered Luard, and that probably means that with nerf Luard, it can still hang around too. And yeah, so I think that'll be interesting to see what topped, and then we're going to go through just the past week as well. I think the Tokyo and the Kanagawa regionals, they finally put up the lists, so we can see what other decks were in the top 4. I mean, I think we got Tokyo's one pretty good, but I think Kanagawa one was pretty silent, so let's take a look at that. So this week is Sendai. Let's jump into first base. Unsurprisingly, it is a Luard deck. Now, I think I've noticed something interesting with the Japanese builds of Luard is that they all seem to run 2 PBDs, and yeah, that's kind of interesting. With what I was only running 1 PBD, but I guess they just like running 2s for the off chance that they don't get one hit into damage and just kind of feel bad. But overall, it's a pretty standard Luard deck. They run the pretty toolboxy builds of Luard, so you just see a bunch of one-offs, and then yeah, so standard Luard deck, nothing too interesting, I don't think. Moving on to second place was also another Luard. Again, the 2 PBDs, the rest of the deck still pretty similar. Toolboxy, he's running one of this weird cat. But apart from that, yeah, this just standard Luard. Now, third place though, this is where it gets interesting. We have TC, who is running Dark Irregulars. Now, Dark Irregulars is pretty cool. They got support in the previous set. They got Charlotte buffs, but this deck is running something interesting. He's running NLK. He's still running 4 NLKs. Now, only 3 Charlottes as well. A lot of decks focus on like 4 Charlotte, 4 number of Terra, and then they run like the 1 Hope on Dump or 2 Hope on Dumps, and they run something like Drag Form, Variance Drag Form. Like when Nuno told me to run Dragon, I'm like, wow, this card is damn amazing. So yeah, it's interesting to see this guy TC run NLKs. Alright, kind of means that you at least have 7 grade 3s that are good rides. So I'm not sure if that is excessive or not. But like you've got not Brandwin, you've got a Succubus, which lets you search at grade 3s. So I don't know, it seems kind of excessive running the NLKs, but I guess in a format where it's just all like Luard Force decks and there's less protect, your NLK kind of getting fat and getting a crit can kind of close games quicker. So that's interesting, running NLKs now. Like you'll probably not reach a point where you're going to be able to use a Hope on Dump. So yeah, like no protect decks, no protect mirrors, or anything like that. The rest of the deck is just pretty standard. You have your 4 Demonted and 4 Emblem Masters. The interesting flex picks are this Gwyn the Ripper, which is 2 ofs. I guess it kind of soul charges, and if you go first, you can like snipe in the main or something like that. Maybe. So yeah, interesting Gwyn the Ripper, and then he's also running the weird tiger that soul charges 1 and gives something 5k. So apart from that, it's like 11, 10, and quite a lot here, like 7, 8, 4, 12. So yeah, pretty grade 3 heavy deck. Protect likes grade 3 heavy decks, I guess, but I guess like you get NLK into a Charlotte, yeah. So extra attack. So interesting, nice, interesting NLK deck. It just shows that NLK is still hanging with the big boys, and I think it can. Any of the previous like top decks in Butterfly definitely shouldn't have much of a problem. Well, no, they do have a problem, but they can definitely still hang. They just have to get a bit more lucky against Luard. And lastly, top 4 Sendai was Gear Chronicle. Now, we saw Gear Chronicle last time, mentioned in some of the tweets that he got pretty lucky, but another Gear Chronicle is top this week. Sure, clan priority, but something's maybe there, right? Something's maybe there that makes Gear Chronicle a better pick than other decks that you could take, right? So looks like a pretty standard Gear Chronicle deck, to be honest. He's running the Urcaps. A lot of people are saying no stroboscopes. I think this Urcap's better because you can just trigger more cards earlier, get lucky earlier. A grade 2 you can push, feel good, and just destroy your opponent. PR really doing work again, just filling up a lot of slots, and just pretty much very similar to the last week's Tokyo winner. I think this is like 1 card difference. So let's look at the Tokyo winner. He's the next one. He's just running 1 more Metallica and 1 less Nectar. That's pretty much the difference. All right. We're in Tokyo now. I think we've seen a lot of the Tokyo lists. Again, Luard, 2 PBDs again. 3rd place was another Luard. This guy's running a Danger Lunge. That's the interesting tech that people were talking about. When you play PBD, you play Luard, you actually generate quite a decent amount of grade 3s in Soul, and then your Danger Lunge can come in and bam, generate heaps of Force 1 markers, and just kind of snipe someone for game. It's like a huge attack with Sentinel Restrict, so it's interesting tech. Only a 1 of those, so you can't really reliably get into it. This guy's actually running Leofal as well, so weird. Not many people run Leofal, but you can see them run it in a more pure list later on when you can't run the main, but this one, he's running it now. And then lastly, I think we've got the Cargo deck. We talked about the Cargo deck. Interesting, it runs like the 2 draws, 2 vanilla draws, and then the 30k crit Sentinels. So that's pretty interesting. There's no Decat, so it doesn't look like he's going for like a rush push, but then again he's running 3 Calamities, so that's kind of interesting. He's still running Berserk Dragons. Berserk Dragon is all around a great card. But yeah, that is Kagero. And then lastly, we can look at Kanagawa. Kanagawa didn't have much results, so we didn't really know what top 4, except that the winner was Shadow Paladin. And then Shadow Paladin, again, the 2 PBDs. And just pretty standard. Like overall, just all the Luard decks have been pretty much figured out. Especially the Superior Luard, so not much to say here. Again, 2nd place was another Luard deck that is pretty similar. But then 3rd place, is something interesting. It is Bang Dream! Alright, Hello Happy World still doing work. And Bang Dream is getting released in English. So they announced that a couple of weeks back. So that means that if you want to build Bang Dream's a great starting point. Basically, you can just buy sets, you buy cartons, buy packs, and then everything is just pretty much enclosed in that set. And based on, Japan is a different story, the market is a bit different, but there were so many people trying to buy Bang Dream that they wanted the high rarity cards, that everything in Bang Dream became really cheap. Even the secret rare only cards became really cheap. So if you want to hop onto Bang Dream, or you want to start the game, or you know someone who wants to start the game, someone who just loves Bang Dream in general, just tell them to get this set. Alright, this set is good. You get your favorite band, but if you want to go a bit more meta, I guess, or be more competitive with your favorite band, then Hello Happy World seems to be doing good. It's hanging around. It's been hanging around for a long time as well. Especially in Luard meta, you suddenly see random Bang Dream top. It's like, wow, crazy. And then lastly, we have another Shadow Paladin deck. Top 4 was just basically 3 Shadow Paladin decks. This means that the top 4, for the top 4 cut, only 1 non-Shadow Paladin deck was in the X1s. So that automatically got in, which was Bang Dream, and then the rest of them was just good luck, Shadow Paladins. Hope your tiebreakers are good. Hope your lottery skills are good. But yeah, that is basically it. So lots of Shadow Paladins at Kanagawa, and as you can see, this guy's only running 1 PBD, which is kind of interesting compared to all his peers, which run 2. But again, this list will probably kind of disappear coming up later on. I guess a lot of people are wondering, is the Superior Ride version of Luard still better without the main, or do we just run pure Luard? Now, we can actually answer that question. Apart from WGP that happened this weekend, there was actually a really cool tournament run by our good friend Can You Say G. He ran Gift VGCS, and there was a really good games. All right, if you have time, go check out his channel. It is G Station, and he's got the whole VODs. Got the entire VODs there. There is more than just a tournament. There is even people playing exhibition matches. So if you want a fix of games, definitely check him out. We'll quickly go through the results because our buddy Hongwai did make it, and we can see the results here. We have 1st place was a Luard deck, 2nd place was a Luard deck, so it sounds like WGP, right? Top 2 Luards, but this is with non-weird tiebreakers. 3rd place is Yep with Yasuie, And fourth was our good old buddy from WCC, Hongwai with Dark Irregulars. Now, the difference here is that this tournament was run post-restriction, right? So Luad and the main were hit, and Shadow Paladins did top. So we can look at the quick list quickly. Luad list, this is a pure list now, no domains. So pretty much just says Luad is doing pretty good. Again, another Luad list here. We got a nice Nisekoi. Waifu card, I guess, but it's basically the wrong waifu, sorry man. No Chitoges. But yeah, no, Luad's doing pretty good. Look at how hollow this is, like, not max, but SPs. Unlucky there's no SP domains, because they're gone. So another Luad deck, great. And then we got Yasue. Did you guys expect Yasue? We've been low-key downplaying Yasue, but again, it always keeps on showing some really good results. And again, this one is just another showing of Yasue in the tops. And then lastly, we've got our good old WCC Hongwai's Dark Irregulars. It's really, really nice. I like this list. I like the drag forms. When Nuno told me about drag forms, I was like, dude, you are a big brain guy. And the drag forms really put in work. Again, like extra copies of basically anything you want. Don't have number of terrors, got them in Soul? Well, this is a number of terror. You need Hope and Dump? This is a Hope and Dump. And then just the Flex Shot's a great 2. What is that card? I'm not too sure. But he's running on 1-off. But yeah, the rest of the list is kind of just pretty much straightforward. With how Dark Irregulars is built. So go check it out. Go check out G Station with his VODs. It was a great tournament. Commentators were good. So yeah, definitely check that. But that is pretty much it. That is all the great tournament results of this weekend with the WGP and the nice plus from Gift VGCS. So hopefully tomorrow they're releasing something really cool. It is Lambros. We've been waiting for that for a while. Definitely super hypey. We'll definitely make a viewing, well, at least a viewing video for that. But yeah, if you want to see my thoughts on it tomorrow, maybe we'll get Weerab on, because you know he is a Lambros guy. Him and Lambros is like the one true pairing, like the OTP. So we'll see what his thoughts. But yeah, that's it from me today. We have a Discord. Go check out our Discord. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next video. Bye.